Well, it's Christmas time, and we watched Batman Returns. We watched the first Batman a few months ago, back in September, and I wanted to wait to watch Batman Returns again with you during Christmas. In December, the Christmas season. Yeah, so it's directed by Tim Burton, starring Michael Keaton as Batman again, Danny Devito as a Penguin, Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, and Christopher Walken as Max Schreck. So what do you think of Batman Returns in comparison to the first Batman movie? Did you like the first Batman movie more than you expected?
I think I am just obsessed with Joker.
That explains the hair.
No, it does not. It would have been green. So to answer the question, yes, I absolutely love the first Joker movie more than I expected. I would say the reason is because of the musical part. For this one,
The Prince.
Prince.
Yeah, the Prince soundtrack. Yeah,
Yes.
It's awesome. Yeah.
For this one, I don't know. I mean, I still like it, but I mean, it's kind of silly.
Yeah, I mean, it got a little silliness to it. And this is
Yeah.
before they became like the realistic, gritty Batman like we have now with Christopher Nolan's Batman, which you haven't seen yet, and then Matt Reeves' the Batman that just came out with the Penguin show, which is nothing like the sewer mutant penguin what we got in this movie. But
Yeah, I don't have specific feeling for Batman himself.
yeah, I mean, I'm kind of shocked with just seeing this again after so many years.
It's a very weak. It's just like, I don't know.
He's not very much of a focus. He's barely in it for like the first half of the movie.
I know, and honestly, does Batman actually have a personality?
Kinda. He's kind of funny. He's kind of a little
He's kinda
weirdo, funny
funny.
guy. Yeah, that's why I like Michael Keaton's Batman, and that's why I like Robert Pattinson's Batman. Like Robert Pattinson is super weird. He's
I guess I just don't get Batman. I don't get
Yeah.
him.
he's kind of like
because everybody else, you can't sense what personality they have. They're unique. You can't sense the personality of the character. And
Yeah.
yeah, right. Very strong personality.
well, he's less prominent in
He's
this
so
one than
bland.
he was in the first one, and I think that's probably why you find him bland, because he's not in it very much. Like, he has like a love interest in Selena Kyle, Catwoman. I think I like this one. It's more of a Tim Burton movie than a Batman movie, if that makes any sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because it's like a dark, twisted fairy tale almost.
Yeah.
Because it's the penguin in the sewer, and he's got penguins in the sewer. Like, what the fuck? You just gotta go with the flow of it.
Okay, how did the fucking duck get there?
Okay, so he's in a zoo, a shut down zoo, and they had those
Oh,
ducks.
it's not underground. Like, it's a zoo. I thought.
Yeah,
I've always
where the
thought-
penguins were at.
I thought it's sewage that they live in.
Well, he went through the sewer into the zoo. That's his base of operations.
Yeah.
But you see when it's got like a tracking shot, there's like I don't know what you call those, where they have like the ski slopes, where they have the thing you ride on. Anyway, it's got there's ducks like that. So he turned it into a truck, I guess. I don't know. Don't think too much about it, okay? It's a comic book movie.
I did just kind of like go with it. I didn't think too much of it.
Yeah, what do you think of the penguin though?
The character?
That interpretation of the penguin, because the penguin in the comic book is like the gentleman gangster. This is sewer mutant, puking green bile penguin. And he's like so fucking perverted. Like, I'm shocked at how many shit they said the word. They said poontang in this movie. I didn't even know that
He said what?
Well, he didn't say it, but Max Schreck says like you have unlimited poontang,
What's that?
pussy,
Who did-
vagina.
Who did he say that to?
He said it to the penguin to try to convince him to run for mayor.
Unlimited poontang. You drive a hard bargain, Maxie.
Oh, wow. I did not catch
He's
that.
like,
I didn't know the word.
And then he's like talking about that lady. He's like, I like to fill her void. He's like, I like to show her the flipper.
I like to fill her void. Teach her my French flipper trick.
But what do you think of the penguin though?
If we're going for like weird, fucked up, like character and storyline, I think this is kind of perfect.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
right? Like, how much more weird and fucked up can it go with this character? I think it did its job. The visual effect is pretty disgusting and disturbing. The shit he said is pretty revolting.
You don't like him like you like the Joker.
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe because I don't know why.
And he's got this like the white like whole outfit that's like brown and kind of stained. He's a pretty gross character. I kind of love it. Yeah, what do you think of Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman?
I think I like Catwoman more than I thought I
Yeah.
would.
She's like still like my favorite interpretation of Catwoman
And
in the movies.
she got a pretty good performance in this one too. Like her previous life as a secretary.
Yeah.
And the transformation into the evil, dark Catwoman that just want revenge and, you know, destruction.
Yeah, and that's a different interpretation too. Usually she's either a cat burglar or in like in the Frank Miller Batman Year One, she's a prostitute turned Catwoman, but in this she's a secretary, so it's kind of like a different interpretation of the character as well. Yeah, I really like Michelle Pfeiffer. I watched this when I was like hitting puberty, so of course it's like the crazy hair and like the smoky eyeshadow, and it's like it did things to me as a kid.
I
like,
would totally go for it.
and that's probably why I liked it so much. One of the things I really love about this is like the villains are like a reflection of Batman, really. I mean, Penguin, he comes from like a affluent family and he loses his parents, but his parents basically get rid of him. Other than Bruce Wayne, his parents are killed.
Anybody would.
He's kind of like an orphan, like Batman. It's just like the polar opposite of what Bruce Wayne could have been, but is not.
But also he's deformed.
Yeah, he's deformed. That's why they got rid of him.
And also he ate a cat.
Not
yeah,
cool.
I don't think baby Bruce Wayne did, so there's a huge difference in it.
Yeah, and the same thing with Catwoman. I mean, like dressing up, becoming the cat, and I think like, you know, she's poor or whatever, and he's rich, and they have this like, and that's one of the more compelling things about this too, is like the tragic love story between these two. Like, she's so
The tragic love story. I actually
she's so-
love their love story.
and she's so like fixated on revenge.
No, I
It
don't know
just-
why she would want to kill Batman so much.
Yeah, that's one thing I didn't really care about this watching it now. I'm like, where does this thing from killing Batman come from? Because she's so fixated on Max Schreck of killing him.
Yes. Okay, I think it's because she just turned into a very dark character
Yeah.
and just wanna do bad thing and like kill like a superhero would be considered very evil and very bad.
Yeah, it's like they team up to kill Batman, and then
It's
he
hard to
kills
explain.
the lady, but she wasn't expecting him to kill the lady, and then he turns on her because he won't fuck him. That's what happened. It's like, we should probably go back to my place. She's like, no, I won't, and then wrap that thing around the umbrella around her neck and try to hang her. But Penguin is just a horny incel in this. I told you this is probably my second favorite Batman movie. Watching it again, I have to admit that I don't like it as much as I used to.
Aww.
Yeah. Because I think, like you said, there's like that whole subplot when they're teaming up against Batman and stuff, and it is kind of unfocused in that way, but I still really like it. It might not be my second favorite, but it's definitely up there still.
I think it would make sense if she want to revenge against Shrek and Batman try to like bring sanity back to her and tell her, you know, life is not all about revenge. You have a new life now. That would make more sense to me.
Yeah.
It does not make sense that she would try to kill Batman.
I still really like it. It's just so many great scenes in it, where especially like when they're dancing and they find out he's Batman and she's Catwoman, is like, a mistletoe is deadly if you eat it and a kiss is deadlier if you mean it. And it's like, yeah, that was an awesome scene, and the music and stuff that going on during that scene is just fantastic.
Mistletoe can be deadly if you eat it.
A kiss can be even deadlier. If you mean it.
Oh my god. Does this mean we have to start fighting?
I mean, I still really like it. I think it's just, it is probably part nostalgia, and back then when I saw that, like, I knew the tragedy of it. Like, that's one of the first movies. It's like, you know, I want them to be together, but they can't because she's so obsessed with revenge. It's just
I kind of never like them being together. I honestly actually think Batman will die alone.
still say that. He dies alone he doesn't die alone in The Flash, right? That's Michael Keaton Batman. I don't know if it's the same Batman.
I didn't mean that he, like, something will happen to him that caused him to die, but just looking at the Batman character himself.
He's just going to be alone. And He is alone in The Flash, which is considered this Batman. I don't know.
Are you surprised? I mean, he's kind of boring.
Yeah. God damn.
I just never, like, I guess, yeah, it'd be cool if they have a love story, and they do, and it becomes a tragedy, which I think is the perfect fit for their plot.
Yeah,
They're too different.
Yeah,
Catwoman's too cool for him.
Yeah, I'll go into some trivia about the movie. So I don't know if you know who Annette Bening is, but she was originally cast as Catwoman, but she got injured, I think, in a horse riding accident and broke her leg.
Oh, okay.
So they had a recast with Michelle Pfeiffer.
That broke. I thought you were gonna say broke her neck.
No, that's Christopher Reeve. Sean Young was like, okay, so this is kind of weird. Sean Young, she's an actress. She's in Blade Runner. You might have seen her in a few things. I can't really say anything we've seen together that I can point her out, but she showed up on a talk show dressed up as Catwoman auditioning. She went to like the studio dressed up as Catwoman, and yeah, and it was very frowned upon. Like, it was kind of weird.
I don't get that. What do you mean?
Like, she's an actress who wanted to play Catwoman, so she like dressed up as Catwoman and showed up at the studio like trying to get the role of Catwoman.
Was Michelle Pfeiffer there for Catwoman
I don't
too?
know. I don't know, but I think she showed up on a talk show too, dressed up as Catwoman.
I don't think that's a big problem. Come on.
Woman, and she's going to join us today with a message to the director, Tim Burton. I have a message for the director of Batman 2. How dare you not make time to see the Catwoman? How dare you not even return the Catwoman's phone calls? I don't make phone calls very often, and after all, business is business, and doing good business means that you return your phone calls. It's a pretty simple formula, Timmy.
I don't know. I mean, I think there's been issues with her apparently, and she got a little bit blacklisted in Hollywood. The original plot of the movie, the original screenplay, was about a hidden treasure. Penguin wanted to freeze Gotham, which they did in Batman and Robin, the shitty Batman movie with Mr. Freeze, of course. Vicky Vale was still in it.
One of the many women in Batman's life.
And then I think like something like a plot reveal was with Max Schreck being revealed to be Penguin's brother. That's in the original script.
I can kind of see that.
Yeah, but they come from both, probably wealthy backgrounds and stuff. So I could definitely see that. At the end of the movie, Catwoman, she does the thing with the taser and like kisses Max Schreck and kills her, but she doesn't die.
Could have just killed Shrek, but she is self-destructive as well.
She had 7 lives. She had 2 more left, so why not?
If it's like, I don't know, 6 bullets and she did not die, I'm pretty sure that's 1 life.
Okay, well, logistics aside, originally it was supposed to be Harvey Dent. I don't know if you're familiar with who Harvey Dent is. He's not a prominent role in the first movie. He's in it. He's played by Billy D. Williams. He plays Lando Calrissian in Star Wars and stuff. He's very well known. He played Harvey Dent becomes a Batman villain. Two-Face. He gets like acid splashed on the part of his face, and he's already got like a weird like personality problem, and that creates like 2 personalities for him. Like he's disfigured on one face, and it drives him mad.
That's
all right.
cool.
When she kills Max Schreck, it's supposed to turn him into Two-Face. It was originally supposed to be Harvey Dent. They show Catwoman at the end of the movie. Her head pops up like she's still alive. They're gonna make Catwoman spin-offs after that.
Well, that would make sense.
But it got delayed, and then they had a Halle Berry Catwoman movie in the 2000s, which was like one of the worst comic book movies of all time. One of the main reasons Tim Burton and Michael Keaton didn't return was because McDonald's threw a fit about how horny and violent.
Did you say McDonald's?
McDonald's, because McDonald's had Happy Meals of Batman Returns, promoting it to children. And then they were fucking pissed off. Parents were pissed off. It's like, it was just too violent, too horny for kids. It wasn't appropriate for kids for them. So take that for what you will. Those kids and those parents ruined a Burton Batman trilogy, and I will never forgive them.
No.
It was very violent. It was a total attack against kids, the whole movie. Everything that kids love was being used against them.
Originally they had Robin, in the movie, played by Marlon Wayans. He's one of the Wayans brothers. It's like a family of comedians and stuff. He got paid, like they cut him out of the movie, but he still got paid for the role. He had costume fittings and everything.
That still sucks.
Yeah, but he got paid for that role, and they made toys and stuff. But then he's black, and
Does that matter?
Well, it does when you make the action figures, and he's not in the movie, and they made action figures, and they painted him white in the action figures because he wasn't in the movie.
What?
But if that happened today, if they had a Black Robin today, people would be throwing a fucking fit. Woke!
Well, what's wrong with Black Robin?
Well, I don't think it'd be a problem back then, but now it's everything's got to be a fucking culture war that people would be throwing a fucking fit about.
What do you think that it's more acceptable now?
Well, it would confuse people because he wasn't in the movie, first of all, and then you're going to release these toys with Robin, who's black. I'm like, why is there a black Robin? Because they don't have any context of Marlon Wayans playing Robin in the movie.
I don't want to be in this conversation.
Okay. David Bowie is originally supposed to play Shrek. Yeah, so I can see that. Also, I'm currently in the middle of listening to the audiobook of Batman Resurrection, which takes place between Batman and Batman Returns. It's kind of neat. It's got Clayface in it. It's got Max Schreck and Selena Kyle, and it kind of merges the Joker stuff into like the stuff that begins with Batman Returns. Overall, what did you think of Batman Returns and your final rating?
Overall, I think it's still a fun movie to watch. It'd probably be more fun if I watched it when I was a little younger than now. Yeah. It's nice to know what happens, as the Batman story goes. And it's good to know what this version of Penguin. I like Catwoman.
Yeah, it's my favorite interpretation so far of Catwoman. But
yeah, I think in general this deserve attention and deserve to be like enjoyed. But for me, obviously, ratings are personal, subjective. It's probably a 3.5 out of 5 for me. Okay. It's cool, but it's not like, hey, I want to watch that again. Before I watched this, I'd probably get a 4.5. I'll probably give it a 4 now. I don't like it as much as I did. I still like it quite a bit. It's just such a weird way to make a Batman movie, and they're not gonna ever make a Batman movie like this again, and I'm just all in for it. But yeah, it's my favorite interpretation of the Penguin and Catwoman until I saw Colin Farrell as a Penguin in the Penguin TV show, and I'm like, well, that's different.
It's awesome version of it, and Danny DeVito was great as Penguin, so that one will still live with me. Yeah, I still really like Batman Returns. It's probably one of my favorite Batman movies. But yeah, I think after this we'll be done. And probably the next Batman movie we watch is probably going to be Batman Begins, the Christopher Nolan Batman movie.
Begins?
Yeah, Batman Begins. It's like the reboot after.
Didn't you say that you want me to watch The Dark Knight?
The Dark Knight is the sequel to Batman Begins, so you got to watch the Batman Begins before the Dark Knight.
Oh, good God.
Above Gotham looms its greatest hero.
If you want to see more of Penny Watches for the first time, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon. Join our Discord server, talk to us, and the link is below. Make sure to hit that like button as well. That really helps the channel, and we'll see you later. Bye.